What's up guys, Joe here of YugaTech, and now that the Nokia 8.1 is available in the Philippines, let's see if what it has to offer, meaning the Android One software experience, the PureView display, the Zeiss optics, are enough to take on the rest of the 15 to 20,000 peso price range. At 6.1 inches, the Nokia 8.1 is constructed with glass panels and an aluminum frame. It feels very sleek and premium because of this. Add to that the iron steel colorway, it looks a little bit more sophisticated than its mid-range placement might suggest. It feels comfortable in the hands thanks to the curved edges as well. But the first problem we see here in design is hard to not notice. Up front, we have an outdated bar-type notch. We've seen other companies shrink their notches while others remove them entirely in favor of pinhole or even pop-up cameras. So it seems that Nokia is left in the gutter in that regard. But in any case, within the bar notch, we have the front-facing camera, call speaker, and sensors. Moving to the back, we have the dual rear cameras which are stacked vertically as well as raised from the back surface. Like we've seen time and time again with other devices, the protruding rear cameras mean that without a case, this guy will not rest flat on a table. Below the cameras is a fingerprint scanner that's pretty easy to reach. Over on the right side, we have the power button and volume rocker, both of which are clicky and easy to reach even one-handed. On the opposite side is the SIM tray that is of the hybrid variety, meaning you can slot either 2 nano SIM cards or 1 nano SIM card plus a micro SD card. Up top, a headphone jack, which some users may not like if they prefer it to be on the bottom, but on the bottom we have the USB Type-C port, loudspeaker, and microphone. Heading back to the front, let's talk about display quality. So the 8.1 is outfitted with what Nokia calls a PureView display, which we've seen in some of their previous phones. It provides better contrast and has HDR10 support, and it definitely gives the 8.1 some flair. The panel is bright enough for direct sunlight, viewing angles are great, colors are well saturated, although not as excellent as what an OLED-based display would provide. Checking out audio real quick, the downward-firing speaker certainly gets loud and fills the room. Even at high volume levels, sound doesn't clip or feel too tinny. It's balanced, as surprisingly mids can get deep and lows can be heard, but of course this is all keeping in mind that this is for smartphone standards. It still hasn't changed my opinion though. Downward-firing speakers are still inferior to a front-facing set. Checking out performance, the 8.1 is powered by a Snapdragon 710 chipset with an Adreno 616 GPU and either 4 or 6 GB of RAM. Our unit has the latter. The 710 is a great chipset for just overall use, and it does perform well in gaming. In a previous episode of Connect Game, we tested out the Realme 3 Pro, which has the same chipset, and it's capable of running some of your favorites such as PUBG Mobile, Mobile Legends, and Asphalt 9 at pretty good frame rates with minimal drops. As such, also expect good performance when it comes to handling productivity workloads as well as multitasking. For some numbers, check out the scores we got in some of the benchmarks we use. For software, the 8.1 is part of the Android One program, which pretty much means it's running on stock Android 9 Pie. Now you guys know me, I've been a Pixel user for like 2 years now and I can't give enough love for stock Android. It might not have some fancy extra features you might find in the Android skins of other companies, but it's clean, it's simple, it's vanilla, and you have the benefit of fast, frequent updates. Taking a look at battery, the 8.1 is powered by a 3500 mAh cell and has support for 18-watt fast charging. In the PC Mark Work 2.0 battery test, we got a result of 12 hours and 7 minutes, which isn't bad, but for such a big battery, we should be seeing a longer result. However, as the Snapdragon 710 is an efficient chipset and stock Android is simple, real-world use translates to a whole day of moderate usage where you only probably need to plug in for a charge at the end of the day. Charging though is baffling since we do get 18-watt charging, but it takes a full 2 hours for a full charge from empty. Anyway, moving on to cameras. The 8.1 has 12 plus 13 megapixel dual rear cameras with Zeiss optics and a 20 megapixel front camera. The rear cameras deliver sharp images with accurate color reproduction as long as you have ample lighting. There's an AI scene detection that's able to identify subjects accurately and apply appropriate exposure settings. Taking a look at portrait shots, edge detection is modest as it can mess up from time to time, but images still come out detailed. As for selfies, there's a slightly artificial look regardless if beauty mode is turned on or not, but they're still okay to post on social media, I guess. Portrait selfies produce less saturated colors for some reason too, taking more points away. Just don't expect a lot from the front camera. For videos, the 8.1 can record up to 4K. Video quality is decent, there's a good amount of sharpness, but color and dynamic range are lacking. What's really good though is that image stabilization is available. And looking at the device as a whole, despite being a little bit late to the race here in the Philippines, the Nokia 8.1 does pack some features needed to take on the rest of the mid-range crowd. The design and the display are impressive, we got the Snapdragon 710, modest audio quality, stock Android, and decent cameras. But for 19,990 pesos, you're paying for less performance than you can get, and not to mention that outdated bar type notch. If you're not bent on getting stock Android at this price point, then there are certainly better alternatives with better raw performance, cameras, and battery life. Examples include the Realme 3 Pro, the Xiaomi Mi 9T, or Xiaomi Mi 9 SE, all of which cost 5,000 pesos less than the Nokia 8.1. So, what do you guys think about the Nokia 8.1? Let us know in the comments down below, and if you enjoyed this video, please do drop a like, subscribe to our channel for more content, hit that bell icon so you don't miss any future uploads, and be sure to visit YugaTech.com for the latest tech news and reviews. This has been Joey, and I'll see you guys in the next one.